Hi, Cancer Leo Cusp Collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your general cosmic tarot reading. I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible. Thank you guys so much for all the love you do show here on my channel. Through all of your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscriptions, hitting that bell notification so that even if you can't make my live like in person and watch it as it's happening, at least you're notified that I am active on my channel, and I appreciate that as well. So I thank you guys as well as for sharing my videos with your friends, your family. So I appreciate you. And as always, I hope that these readings give you back the love that you guys give me. Okay, so oh yeah, I want to mention, I almost skipped over that. We're working with the full Black Moon astrology deck here. So I've added back the zodiac signs, the element energies, just to kind of give a little bit more depth, a little bit more flavor, a little bit more energy to pull and connect with here in these cosmic tarot spreads. So we'll see what comes out for you. But before we get into that, as always, we are going to offer up some gratitude in our space. You can do that through any affirmations, intentions, prayers, meditation, a moment of silence, breath work, or just some stillness, right? Or a combination of any of those methods that feel right for you, okay, in the moment. I'm going to do the same, and then we'll get into this reading. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors, ascended masters, and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me and with the Cancer Leo Cusp Collective of Energy here on YouTube for their general cosmic tarot spread. And I thank you so much, Divine, for clearing my energy and allowing me to channel the most important messages regarding whatever planets, houses, transits, aspects, zodiac energies, or elemental energies might be supporting Cancer Leo in the now moment. I thank you for that clear guidance. I thank you as well for your love, your grace, your mercy, your protection, your support, always and forever. And so it is. All right. I'm going to do 3 shuffles here. Cancer Leo, I have done the Capricorn season spirit animal spread, so make sure you check that out. We got some really powerful spirit animals leading us in this season, so tap in with that reading. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Okay, as always, I appreciate it. I've also created a playlist for all the new zodiac season readings so that they're kind of all in one place. Yeah. All right, Cancer Leo, Cancer Leo, Cancer Leo. What do we have going on here? What cosmic energy is here supporting Cancer Leo? Oh, I thought something flipped over. What cosmic energy is here? Okay, you got fire element. You also got the 9th house in faith. Came out together. So fire element, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy, the energy of desire, okay? Vibration of 37, breaking down into a 10, which further breaks down into a 9. Then you have that, 10 doesn't break down into a 9. No, it does not. That is not math. That's not how numbers work. Okay, 37 breaking down into a 10, which further breaks down into a 1, right? So then we have the 9th house here, Sagittarius energy, the house of faith. It's the space in the zodiac where we are expanding, right? It's Jupiter energy. This is where your spirituality comes into play, what you kind of rule your own moral compass by, right? 9th house energy, faith. What other cosmic energy is here for Cancer Leo? And then you have the moon. Ooh, vibration of 2 in this deck. It's the soul frequency. I love that. All right, so we have moon energy, 9th house energy, and a fire element here present in your vibration. For my number people, again, we have 2 here with the moon. In soul, we have 33, which is a master number, very powerful master number at that, with ninth house in faith. And then again, we have 37 breaking down into a 10, breaking further down into a 1. So 1, 2, and 33, or 1, 2, 3, okay, might be, or not even might be, is your root energy here. On a very surface level here, Cancer Leo, it feels like your soul energy, right? Your soul frequency has this burning desire, right? This urge to deepen your faith, to learn more about spirituality, to maybe do your own research or connect with some form of religion or faith-based practices. Okay, it's like your soul is really, I want to say your moon, some of you could have like a fire moon as well, okay, but it's like it's really wanting to connect in some specific way here when it comes to, again, religion, faith, spirituality. This ninth house card coming out means that you are embarking on a journey. I feel like your soul is ready for that, maybe that next level of purification here, especially with this fire element. So this might be a season of purging a lot emotionally, releasing things and energy from your mind, your body, right? Your spirit, your environment, your space. All in the name of wanting to get, I think it's just like getting more in tune here with what your spirit wants to say, with maybe what your soul is trying to guide you to do. It's like wanting to mend some sort of bridge that might have been burned in the past, that maybe you walked away from religion or spirituality in some way, shape, or form. It's like your soul is really yearning for that connection again. Okay? Interesting. All right. We're going to further clarify with some tarot. Thank you so much, Divine, for these beautiful messages and energies for Cancer Leo. Please tell me more about the moon, the ninth house, and a fire element here for Cancer Leo energies on YouTube. What do they need to know about the moon, ninth house, and fire element? Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about the moon, the ninth house, and fire element. Ooh. Got the 9 of Wands, okay? Ninth house, like I said, was Sagittarius energy. This is a Sagittarius card here, right? Really having to go through a lot spiritually, and that's really what that ninth house energy is. Some of you in this season, your spirituality, your faith, okay, might be tested a little bit, but again, it's all for purification purposes here with the fire. Yeah, it's all for purification purposes. Okay. Tell me more about that moon and ninth house and fire element here. What does the moon have to say to Cancer Leo? Moon, again, being your Cancer energy, right? Like I said, this fire could be your Leo energy and dynamic, but this ninth house, Sagittarius energy specifically. Okay, Jupiter energy as well. What does this moon have to say to Cancer Leo? Thank you so much, Divine. Whoa. Okay, so we got the 3 of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Star card. Okay. Spirit of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It feels like you're getting a lot of clarity. As again, here's that disconnect energy that I was talking about. That disconnect being I'm getting a phrase like giving up. So maybe there is something that has happened, has occurred. Maybe you feel like you got the short end of the stick in a situation, or that made you hold a little bit of resentment towards the divine, towards the universe. And again, just a little bit of heartbreak that made you feel disconnected in some way, shape, or form. Now, there is no judgment here on my channel. We all go through that phase of, you know, really having to work through the pain of not getting our way, or something not happening the way we wanted to, or just feeling like the divine has forgotten you in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so I do feel like there might have been a few events, maybe 3 specifically, that have stung really deep. Yeah, that maybe have wounded your soul vibration or your spiritual energy just a little bit, maybe a lot of bit, okay? Um, but it does feel like you are gaining some clarity. Remember, aces are a gift from the divine, so the gift that the divine is trying to show you, that again there is always um a purpose, even when that pain is unbearable, even when it doesn't make sense, even when of course it's not okay, right, for people to maybe do you wrong. um that there is a lesson to be learned. It is offering you the chance to work through that frequency and that density to gain a higher consciousness, okay? A sharper awareness around certain energies, how to protect yourself, how to move, how to navigate with others, right? What works for you, what doesn't work for you, what your boundaries are for some of you, okay? So it does feel like there have been a few events here, Cancer, Leo, that have really stung, really, really stung. And that might have pushed you to be a little hands off when it comes to faith, a little hands off when it comes to really cultivating, believing, right? Knowing that you are connected to the divine, even when you are experiencing this type of heartbreak. Sometimes that can be really difficult for to wrap our minds around, because it's like, well, why would the divine want me to experience pain, right? But again, it's to sharpen you. It's to grow you. It's to show you what you don't need, to teach you how to build a certain level of consciousness and awareness, right? So I feel like that's an energy that you've been working through for a minute, right? And then there's the Seven of Pentacles, feeling a bit stuck and stagnant, right? Like getting to a certain point, working very hard, but then it's like not seeing a lot of growth. And maybe the growth is really and truly, I feel like, again, the undertone of this reading for you, that this Three of Swords had to happen for your growth. Yeah. So Three of Swords, and then here comes the divine with that awareness of the growth, awareness of what needs to change, what is shifting for you, what that pain has altered in your life, and then kind of the clarity around it, right? That it feels like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's this. And again, I've been getting a lot of shifts. I know the cosmos has been shifting quite a bit here towards the end of the year, but it's, I think, as above, so below, as within, so without. We reflect everything around us. We're a part of it. So, as painful as it has been, there is this shift in, I think, clarity and awareness around why you've been stuck and stagnant in certain areas of your life, right? Why there's been, and I'm getting the word dissatisfaction, like not being happy with where you are. It's not being content. So it's not that you don't have, right? Seven of Pentacles, that's a lot, right? That's a beautiful place to be, but it's also this plateau. So you're not dipping down, you're not falling backwards, but you're also not really rising at the rate that you want to rise, or things aren't really growing the way that you want them to grow. So it's going to take a new perspective, right? This Ace of Swords, a new way of thinking about something, a new way of mentally connecting with the energy that you're putting into this Seven of Pentacles at this moment, right? Rethinking that energy of what you're using to approach the growth aspect or the growth process. And then you get this beautiful star energy at the end. So seeing that for some of you, the problem or the issue isn't external, it's internal. Star card. That there's some energy that you're going to have to let go of. And I do feel like it's tethered to this Three of Swords, holding on to this Three of Swords energy, this feeling of disconnect, betrayal, disappointment, pain, is really blocking your growth, your expansion. Okay? It's keeping you stuck at one frequency. And I feel like the divine is offering you some form of clarity that your soul, like I said, your soul is desiring to expand. Faith, ninth house, Jupiter, Sagittarius, right? Your soul is craving new philosophies, new ideas, new energy, right? It almost feels like your soul is kind of tired too of holding on to this Three of Swords, of feeling this Three of Swords, ready to move forward, okay? But that takes effort on your part here, Cancer, Leo, okay? Of getting in alignment, being authentic. Some of you, this just might even be just speaking to what you feel, like not holding it in for some of you. Like, yeah, this breaks my heart, or yeah, that was really painful, or I didn't want that outcome, or that was really disappointing, or I'm really angry that that person did that. Allowing yourself to just speak to it, to just say it, to for that energy to flow through you, because it feels a little, again with the Seven of Pentacles, that it's that emotion, right? That energy in motion. It's not motioning, it's not moving anywhere, it's just kind of harboring here in the center of your heart space, and it feels like your soul is ready to, again, purge it, release it, burn it. One thing that I do know for a fact that actually works and helps is if you, whatever this Three of Swords is, 3 swords, 3 events, more than 3 events, whatever that pain that is still hard for you to let go of, write it all out on a piece of paper. Just write everything you feel, everything that you want to release, everything that you need to purge, everything that you didn't get to say, okay? If it's a letter to somebody, right? Like you did it, just go in on that. Just write it all out. And then what you're going to do is you're going to burn it. Go somewhere safe to burn it, to release it, and you're going to light that page or those pages on fire. And watching all of that energy that you poured onto that page, right, disintegrate, it's the visual, it does something mentally, spiritually for you. It releases that from your energy. Because sometimes you need that visual of it just evaporating, of releasing, for it to actually kind of mirror within yourself, right? As within, so without. Some of you, that might be a very powerful ritual that you want to do as we head into this new fiscal year, this new calendar year. In order to really have a clean slate with this, because it feels like your soul is ready to let it go. Yeah? Okay. What's the overall message here from the moon to Cancer, Leo? 10 of Wands. Yeah. Let it go. It's time to let it go. You've been carrying a lot of that energy. And I think for some of you, subconsciously, maybe even with this moon energy, it might not be in your waking conscious energy. So you're not consciously trying to think about these betrayals. You're not consciously trying to put an effort to hold on to it, but it's still stuck in your frequency, in your aura, in your heart space, in your energy. Yeah. So subconsciously, you're still holding on to it. And that's okay. Again, we all go through those cycles. We all have things subconsciously that we have to work through. But this 10 of Wands is saying it's time to start releasing it. More Sagittarius energy. It's time to release it. It's time to let it go. You don't have to carry it all the way through. You don't have to keep carrying that energy into the next year. Okay? All right. Let's look into this 9th house and faith. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this faith energy for Cancer, Leo. Ooh. Page Cups. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is you allowing yourself to have compassion for what you've been through, and have compassion not only for yourself but for others, right? Hurt people. And I know that that's a saying that sucks totally, but it is true. We're all trying to navigate this world. No one has the right answers. No one has the cheat codes or the blueprint. We're all just going and figuring it out, right? And we will make mistakes, and we do hurt people, and we, say things we don't mean, and people move in shady ways and shifty ways all the time. It's not your energy to carry. 10 of Wands. It's not your energy to carry. As absorbent as you are, Cancer, Leo, it's not your energy to carry. You don't have to see other people through. You don't have to put other people's burdens on your back and carry it as it's yours. Let it go. Let people own their shit. Let people own their energy. You be accountable for you. That's what this 10 of Wands is also about. It's accountability. A lot of these wands you're carrying, a lot of this fire energy, a lot of this vibration isn't even yours. So that's what I mean with the Three of Swords. It's like, and we do that, right? We internalize things when people hurt us. That it was something wrong with you. It's you thing. No, it's a them thing. It's a them thing. They have to carry that. And I think that that's the shift here that's happening for you. So now you have this new sense of compassion. You have this new sense of vulnerability. Not only, again, with yourself, but with the divine. Some of you, this might be falling back in love with the universe, falling back in love with yourself and how God protects you, right? How the divine creates things for you, is there with you, even when you feel like they're not. They've never left you. And I feel like that's what this Page of Cups represents. It's that apology to self. It's that apology to the divine, right? Like it feels really, really good and really beautiful. Because it's that point where you surrender, right? You don't know everything. We don't know everything. You don't have to know everything. And trust that the divine would never give you anything that you can't handle. And again, I know that that's a sucky phrase, but it's true. Trust that the divine only wants the best for you. But in order to get to the best, sometimes, Cancer, Leo, you gotta go through the fire. And there's no way around it. Right? So I feel like it's that centering, it's coming into that awareness and consciousness that's really awakening you. Absolutely. Judgment. It's awakening you. This is what I was saying earlier at the beginning of the reading. Your soul is yearning for that next level. Your soul wants to break free from whatever cycle of this Three of Swords. Let that energy go. Your soul is crying out to do it. Will you allow that to happen? Will you surrender? Right? And allow that expansion of your consciousness, Ace of Swords. Fall into a deeper awareness with this awakening, with the judgment, right? It's like your soul is ready, and then now here comes the universe to say, okay, you're ready. You're ready to resurrect and come out of carrying energy that's not yours, right? Okay. Tell me more about this faith energy for Cancer, Leo, and this awakening. Wow, right away. Temperance. Love it. Absolutely love when my tarot cards sync up with these oracles. Sagittarius energy, temperance. This card in and of itself is ninth house energy. Faith. Do you trust that the divine has your back? Do you trust that they're working things out in your favor no matter the choices you make? That they still love you, they still want the best for you, right? They're waiting for you to open your heart, waiting for you to commune and come back into that energy and into that frequency and release it and let some energy go. So temperance is here to help you with that. This ninth house energy is here to help you with that. To restore your faith in that what has happened, although it might have sucked, although it was painful, you survived it. Yeah, it didn't take you out. You're still standing, you're still here, you're still worthy. Things are still working in your favor, even when it doesn't feel like it, even when it doesn't seem like it, right? Sometimes you have to go through those valleys to get to the peaks. Sometimes you have to be placed in the fire to get sharpened, to come out different, to change, to transform. Yeah? So temperance is bringing that into you. Tell me more about this faith energy. Spirit of Wands, more Sagittarius energy. King of Wands in this deck, right? Yeah. So rather than operating from a space of disconnect from the energy around you, disconnect from the universe, from God, from the divine, right? Whatever your higher power is, this King of Wands energy is true depictions of that co-creative process, right? Same as temperance. King of Wands trusts and knows that they'll receive signs. They're going to receive guidance from spirit. They follow their spirit above all else, right? And they do not hesitate to take action when they have that clear guidance. And again, you have the Ace of Swords, so the divine is giving you clarity. It's just, will you have the confidence to actually follow through on what you're getting clarity about? Will you really let it go? And I feel like it's a letting go. It's a purging that has to happen in order for you to reach this next level, in order for you to really come up out of that and have that awakening. Get into that new vibe and that new frequency. What's the overall message here? Ooh, 5 of Cups. Yeah. It's okay to say you were disappointed. It's okay to look back at what has spilled over. And that's a new energy and a new kind of idea I've been getting with this 5 of Cups as I do more readings, right? There's actually a lot of emotional strength in the 5 of Cups. Often depicted as being stuck on the past, right? Looking back in, crying over spilled milk, but it actually takes a lot of emotional strength to look at what has spilled, as opposed to just turning your back on it and acting like it never happened, right? There's strength and there's power in lamenting. It's okay to be sad about it. It's okay to let that energy, like I said earlier, flow through you. Sometimes people turn their back on things that have gone wrong too quickly and they never face it. And then they're in that cycle of the same thing happening over and over again. This 5 of Cups means you're analyzing, okay, this milk has spilled. Who tipped it over? Was it me? Was it them? Was it both of us? What happened? You're getting to the root of what you feel and allowing yourself, like I said earlier, to say what it is. Yeah, I'm disappointed that didn't work out. I really wanted it. I missed this energy. This was fun. Like, it's okay to say that. Just because you're articulating that doesn't mean that you're necessarily stuck on it. Doesn't mean that you want it back in your life. It's just doing the proper grieving. 5 of Cups. There's some grief here, Cancer, Leo, that you have to allow yourself to go through. And the more you allow yourself to grieve what was, the more you allow yourself to grieve who you were in those moments, what you won't get back, what didn't go wrong, what you wanted to happen. Grieve it. Grieve it. Have a funeral for it. It's okay. That's being real. That's being authentic. That's the star energy. That's exactly what this healing is. Being authentic about what you feel, what you wanted to be in alignment for, what you hoped for. And almost having like a ritual burial, releasing of it, right? It's typically a woman out in the nature, pouring out 1 cup into a water, a stream, a pond, pouring the other out onto the ground. That's that ritual I was saying, writing it out, burning it, pouring that out onto the page, and then releasing it. So it's okay that you were disappointed. It's okay. It's okay. Allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to mourn what was. You don't have to turn your back on it so quickly. But I feel like through that morning, you get to this Page of Cups energy, where the release offers more space in your heart to find gratitude, to find peace, find acceptance again. And you fall back into that vulnerable space with yourself, where you're not angry with yourself. You're not necessarily maybe angry with others. You're not angry with the divine. It's, what if that really worked out for my favor? As painful as it was. I should have did something different, but I didn't. Now I know better. I'm going to give myself some grace. That's this Page of Cups energy, okay? But in order to really get there, you got to lament. You got to mourn, okay? All right. Whew. Let's get into this fire energy. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this fire element for Cancer, Leo. Tell me more about this fire element. Yeah, seeing it from another point of view. Enlightenment. The Hanged One. It's meditation in this particular deck. Right? It's like I said, what if the fire is purifying you, not burning you, not painting you, right? Like, what if it's a purpose? It's for purpose. You know, that whole alchemy, the alchemist, temperance, right? Turning lead into gold. that's done through fire. It's done through fire. So purifying lead, something very dense, something very solid, into gold, something soft, rare, valuable, malleable. It's a process by fire, trial by fire. Yeah. And I feel like that's where you reconnect with your spirit. That, yeah, it's not always going to be easy to have faith. It's not always going to be easy to be a spiritual person. It's not going to always be easy to be vulnerable in that space, again, with yourself and with the divine. I don't really feel like there's anyone else here. This is really a beautiful moment between you and your higher self, you and your higher power. Okay? And I feel like that shift in perspective, that Ace of Swords that the divine is gifting you, yeah, pulls you out of seeing it any other way. Eight of Swords. So this is the woe is me. This is what did I do to deserve this? This is I'm not a good person. Like insecurities. This is holding yourself hostage mentally. Yeah. Holding yourself hostage mentally. This Eight of Swords can come with shame. This can come with guilt. This can come with a whole array of emotions. But seeing it from a different view, meditating on it, like I said, grieving what you need to grieve, sitting in that energy is what actually offers you freedom. Sit in the fire, Cancer, Leo. Sit in it. Let it transform you into gold. Yeah? Eight of Swords. So really coming out of a very limited mindset, self-limiting beliefs based on whatever this Three of Swords energy was. You were carrying a lot. I feel it. Carrying a lot of ideas, a lot of energy about who you were, why this was all happening, what this like. No, the divine is purifying that from you if you allow them to. Okay? All right, tell me more about this fire element. Tell me more about this fire element and this desire. Tell me more for Cancer, Leo. Yeah, Jupiter here with the Wheel of Fortune. Chance. Knowing that, again, for some of you, there's this feeling of, well, someone did that on purpose, or it's almost like struggling with the variables in life, right? Coming out of that mindset that things have to be perfect, things are always sunshine and rainbows and butterflies and good times, and that you should never have to go through hardship. No, right? But understanding too that it's a chance thing. It's not intentional. It's like the divine is very neutral in all of this. Do you see what I'm saying? It's looking at the divine as neutral, as a neutral party. Of course, they don't want you to suffer, but if something does happen, they're there to lift you up, right? It's not being punished. The universe doesn't punish you ever in that way, right? So there's a bit of luck in this, and I know we just got through some really heavy energy, and you're like, well, how in the hell was that lucky? Right? I don't feel lucky. It doesn't feel lucky. But it's the Wheel of Fortune. Again, it's turning in your favor. Turning that pain into power, right? I'm sure you guys have heard that saying, that phrase. This is exactly, it's the same thing of alchemy. Lead into gold, pain into power. So this is shifting in your favor. What has happened over here with these Three of Swords and carrying it with the Ten of Wands and this stuck energy with the Seven of Pentacles, it was all happening for your greater good. You just have to see it that way and accept it as such. Because really, your beliefs are the only things that are getting in your way. And that was the healing mantra that we pulled for this week. Only my beliefs are in my way. Eight of Swords. Only my beliefs are in my way. The only thing stopping you from this transformation, from releasing it, is your beliefs, is what you think about it. It's how you've internalized it. It's how you've identified with it. So this takes a lot of work. Okay? But you can do this, Cancer, Leo. Absolutely. The universe has your back. Chance is on your side. Good luck, right? What's that Latin saying? Fortune favors the brave. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It favors the brave, the ones that are willing to go through that fire. Okay? So Cancer, Leo, you have to ask yourself, are you really willing to do it? And I really feel like even if in the flesh you're not ready, your soul's ready. Your soul's definitely ready. Tell me more about this fire element for Cancer, Leo, divine. Yeah, your soul's ready for wands, fire energy, soul connections. Your soul's ready for this new foundation, for this new union with spirit here, with the divine. Ready to connect, ready to build a new foundation, ready for union, right? Some of you are going to walk into that fire and become the fire. That the fire was nothing to be afraid of. It's just another aspect of yourself. It's not anything to fear. You are the fire. Do you see what I'm saying? You're going to come out a lot more grounded, powerful, connected, sure of who you are, of what the divine maybe has for you, how they're supporting you. It's a real elevation here, Cancer, Leo. Okay, what's the overall message here for the fire element for Cancer, Leo? 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, happiness. This is the bridge to happiness for you, Cancer, Leo. Going through that fire, facing what it is that you desire. Like, again, it's like some of you, there's a fear around what you desire. There's a fear here listening to your soul. It's like, I don't know. There's a hesitancy, not ready to let it go yet. But once you allow that freedom, once you face it, once you mourn, once you grieve, once you release that emotional energy, you find happiness on the other end of the fire. Do you see what I'm saying? You come out more content with self, more in alignment, more complete. Again, some of you are afraid of the fire and don't even realize that you are the fire. That there really isn't anything to fear. That fire element is a part of you. It's your desire, it's your motivation, it's the growth, it's the spirit that you carry. You can't detach from it, you can't disconnect from it. You can only embrace it and learn from it. And celebrate it. It's something to be celebrated here. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, happiness, joy, internally and individually. Like I said, this isn't connected to anybody else, Cancer, Leo. This is your happiness. Okay? Whew. All right, Cancer, Leo. We got into this. This was deep, but I love this for you. This is a very beautiful transition and transformation that you are on the cusp of. No pun intended. But do what you got to do to really face this. Like I said, some of you really need to grieve and be honest about what you're feeling and not carry that and release that energy back to those people. You're carrying a lot of other people's vibe, okay? So that you can purify and get back to yourself, your happiness, your energy, all right? But Cancer, Leo, this has been your Cosmic Tarot spread. I hope you found it helpful, insightful, maybe filled with some confirmation on what you got going on, what's to come. If all of this energy felt right for you, or maybe even parts of it felt right, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. It helps my channel out so much. Definitely let me know what you resonated with in the comment section below. And if you want to claim this transformation, this freedom, this releasing, this purging, this expansion in your faith and your connection with the divine, let me know that claim it already in the comment section below, all right? And I will see you next week for your love reading, all right? Happy holidays to everybody. I don't know if I said that in the other ones, but happy holidays to those that are celebrating, and I will see you soon.